My name is Nick Osborne, aka the Coffee Detective. Today we're going to look at the simplest of all coffee makers, which is the coffee cone. They come in plastic, you can also buy them in ceramic. This is a very simple plastic one, a little bit bright. I think I paid about $7 for that. And we're going to use that today to make an excellent cup of coffee. So all you basically do is you put the filter cone on top of the mug. You get yourself a number 2 milliliter filter paper, and we're going to put the coffee in there. Now this is just $7, but what we're looking at actually is the inside of an expensive drip brewer. Basically a drip brewer has a cone like that, it has a filter like that, you put the coffee in like that. The only difference today is that we're going to put the water on top of the coffee grinds by pouring it with a kettle instead of it being sprayed within the mechanism of a drip brewer. So in fact the only mechanism we have in our favor today is gravity. Unfortunately it works just fine. So we've got the cup, we've got an 8-ounce mug in fact here. So I'm going to put in 1 heaped scoop, coffee scoop of a very nice blend from Community Coffee, and I'm just going to place it in the filter. Then what I'm going to do, and the water in here I boiled just before I started shooting, so it is now off the boil a couple of minutes, which is exactly as it should be. Don't use water that is exactly boiling, just boil it, then let it rest for a couple of minutes so it's off the boil. Now I'm going to pour a little bit in just to moisten all the grinds and let the water seep into all the coffee grinds there, so that all the surfaces are all damp. And now I'm just going to pour. I'm going to pour in a little bit of a circular motion here because I want to make sure that I get all the coffee grinds. The only thing you have to watch here is that you don't put so much water in the top that the mug underneath overflows. So I'm going to let that drip through and see how we go. Well, I think I can put a little bit more in. And again, I'm pouring it on the edges there so that I'm getting it onto as many of the coffee grinds as I can. And I think by the time that comes through, we'll be just right. The wonderful thing here is, like I say, this is the simplest way to make coffee. You're just using gravity. Water is dropping down through the coffee grinds, but you're not compromising on the quality of the coffee at all. In fact, if you go into some coffee shops, less so in North America and more so in England, and you ask for just a regular cup of coffee, drip brew, what will often happen is that the barista will actually whip out one of these, usually a rather nice looking ceramic one, and they will make you coffee in exactly this way. So you're not compromising at all on quality, you're just compromising on huge bits of plastic and wire and metal and stuff taking up space in your kitchen. And we're done. Put that to one side. I'm just going to throw away the wet filter in a minute, and we've got one beautiful cup of coffee.